next week. I'm going to show you guys some stocks that I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it. But first, let's look and see what kind of news or data we have coming out next week. So if you trade, you always want to know the state of the economy, if there's any data being released, because that does affect the market. So you got to know what's going on. And also, if you guys trade options or anything, whatever, at the end I do take some ticker symbols that you guys want me to go over in the end. So if there's a stock that you're interested in or thinking about trading, you want me to chart it out for you, hold your suggestion till the end. Okay, so let's see. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, couple Fed speakers, consumer credit. That'll be market closes after that. So U.S. trade deficit, probably want to watch for that. Well, 8:30, the market won't be open yet, so that's before. Wednesday, Fed speakers, the minutes of the FOMC meeting to come out. The bulk of that is behind, but this is just the minutes of the meeting, so maybe there's some things that we'll see that weren't really highlighted, so could watch out for that. Jerome Powell speaking on Thursday, some opening remarks. I don't know what's going on. He talking something, so we'll watch. Well, that starts before the market, but we'll see whatever that is. We have some job data coming out. Friday, a little something, nothing too bad. That following week, though, we got CPI, PPI, housing data. So yeah, next week we have a little more data that'll move the market. All right. Let's kind of look at SPY. See where we're at. So on the daily for SPY tomorrow, the close of tomorrow will be very insightful because we'll see if that is a swing high that's created depending on how this candle closes on Monday's candle. So I had to give us a little bit more information. I like to trade IWM. This one, I mean, it's kind of been lagging, but it's been doing okay. Watch this again. Monday's candle will let us know if this is a double top and if we're going back down, so we'll see. All right, now let's get to the individual stocks because I have quite a few. Don't want to be on here all night. So let's get started. Okay, so the first stock that I'm looking at is AI. Okay, so let's start. I already have the channel on here. So I was looking at this on the monthly chart. Should have erased it and then drew it. But so on the monthly, it's trading in this channel, right? And if you're gonna respect the trend, we're at the top, it hits the bottom, comes up, hits the top, comes down, and we're probably gonna make our way back up to the top. So for the month of September, it closed inside on one candle. So it broke that candle. I don't know when, but it's already broken and went 2 up on the month. So we would expect probably to get some movement back up to the top of the channel. If you want to play this all the way to the top, I'm going to go over more detail as I drop down, but just since we're on the monthly, consider if you're trying to take it to the top, you might need a lot of time on your contracts. Okay, so that was the monthly. Let's go down to the weekly. Now on this weekly, we're still in this channel and we have this gap to be filled, right? So gap plays, those are good plays. Price typically likes to fill the gaps. So that coincides with, on the monthly, how we said we're probably going to try to make our way back up to this, the top of this trading channel. And it's also, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 3 rejections. We might even get a breakout on this 4th attempt. We don't know until it happens, but we can kind of watch for that too. Okay. Now on the daily, what we have going on, it's a little more detail. Where's my volume at? Hold on, y'all. Where is... Hold on, y'all. Why doesn't... Let me see. Try this again. I'm trying to figure out where my volume bars is at. Is anybody on here? If anybody uses TradingView, what I do? Hold on. So I want to see my volume bars. I think it's that. Oh, is it here? Oh gosh. Oh my God, what happened to them? Oh man. Oh gosh. Hold on, now I done messed up the whole thing. I don't want to be... Hold on, y'all. I don't know where my volume bars go. That's part of my chart, and I would like to show you guys. I don't know where they went. I don't even know how to get them back. Oh my God. All right, I guess we're gonna have to, we'll look at it on the other chart, but I really don't like that. Hold on, y'all. I don't want it to go to iShares. Let me see. Sometimes it, I don't know what the hell that is. If it don't pop up on this one, we'll just forget about it. That's so weird. Okay, whatever. We'll go over the volume on the other chart. Okay, so back on the daily on AI, I wanted to show the volume because I do remember that we were well above the average trading volume for Friday on AI. Okay, so we have this gap to fill. So entry, I think the 3-2, let's see, drop down a couple. I think I would take it off this 4 hour. So we have 1897. I would take it at the break of that 1927. My entries, I like to change those green. If we close under this 1897, we'll probably get a little cautious about that. But I did say this one have a lot of time on the contract if you want to try to play it back to the top of this channel. So some targets that I am looking for, if our entry is this 1927, obviously the gap fill, but also we could take some profits at, we have this 2051 level. Hold on. I like to change my targets to blue. So we have 2051. We have this 2123. $21.76. And AI is a small stock, so like a 50-cent move will be a lot on this. That's why you need time for this one to move. 22.89. Also have that 22.85. So that would take us, then the gap is, I'll just mark this. We fill the gap at about 22.08. Okay, so these are some targets that I'll be going for after we fill this gap. I'll probably reassess, re-enter, wait on a pullback or something, or we'll just see how it goes. You know, we'll see how it goes once we get past this first target. We just play it by target by target. Okay, so that's the first one. I really like this play though. So I think we're going to get this breakout of this channel pretty soon. AI has been doing good. A lot of good news too about that. Okay, so the next one. Oh, I also want to show on, let's see. Oh gosh, is my thing frozen? Okay. I also like to look on this chart because this is where I have my moving averages. So for AI, let's see the daily. So as you can see, here's that gap fill from the other chart. We just reclaimed the 50-day moving average. We reclaimed the 21 a couple days ago. We have the 200 up here at 2307. The 200 moving average probably will act as strong resistance, as well as if you make it over the 200 moving average on any stock, that signals bullish momentum. So in order to really just keep going, we do need to get above this 200-day moving average. But that's a good target area to target on this stock too. This move up takes us a little bit above that gap fill. Okay. As you can see down here, oh wait, you guys couldn't even see. I'm sorry, I didn't turn the screen. My thing ain't wide enough. I'm talking about AI. Someone said what stock I'm on AI. I'm sorry, I got to remember that I got to turn my screen a little bit. So I'm going to just repeat it. We reclaimed the 21-day moving average. We reclaimed the 50. We have some good volume. Momentum down here is picking up. This is a 200 moving average. You can use that as a target. That takes you right above the gap fill around that 22-ish area. Okay, so I'm really liking that one. The next stock is Elf. Now let's start on the monthly. Can you do Tesla? Okay, I'll put Tesla on there after I go through the watch list. I wrote it down, so we'll do Tesla. Okay, so for Elf on the monthly, man, I really hate that my volume bars is gone. I don't even know how to put them back, but I don't want to mess nothing up. So anyways, what I was looking at on Elf on this monthly is we have this swing low that was created right here for the month of August. Briefly, for those that don't know, I like to utilize the swing lows. Now it's swing low is the low of the candle is lower than both sides. It's lower than this candle and this candle. And you take it at the break of the candle that confirms a swing low. So the third candle confirms that this is a swing low. Let me just mark it right quick. So that would be the swing low. This confirms it. And if you played it off of the swing low, you take it at the break of this one, which is what, 150.99 for good movement. I mean, we're well under that, so we can get some trades in between that. But on the monthly chart, that is the latest swing low. So I'm just going to remove that because that's not the trade I'm taking. But I also see on here that it's almost like a double bottom on the monthly. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the double bottoms. But you have your high, you have your first low, you have your neckline, then you have your second low. And then what you want is a break of the neckline and then a retest. I believe I see it better on the weekly, so I'm going to drop down. I'm going to drop down to the weekly. Let me see. So on the weekly, okay, so we're in this. This is the high. We're in this trading channel. 2019, it looks to be about. Yeah. Okay, so in this channel, looks like we just broke out. Yeah, so this could be your, it's a double bottom, but I've never typically, like the second bottom, I don't know if I've ever had it go that much lower than the first bottom. See this first bottom at 98.50, then you have your second one at 49.40. And this would be your neckline of the double bottom. So you would want a break of that and then a retest. But either way, we broke out of this. We broke out of this channel. Looks like it had somewhat of a retest. Someone say yes, I am. Okay, so we're also on the weekly, we have another swing low that's created right here, right? So we have a swing low here, and you can take your entry at the break of this candle, which would be 138.22 if you played it off the weekly. I think we could get a better entry on the daily, so let's see. Let me see. Y'all bear with me because I'm actually kind of looking too as I talk. Okay, so even on, okay, yeah, I like this. because we broke out of this channel, and then we have what appears to be a double bottom. I'm gonna draw it out visual because some people probably don't know what a double bottom is. So a double bottom is it's one of my favorite patterns to trade. They make very big moves. Yeah, so see, I like this double bottom better because from 105 to 94, that's not a big difference from the first low. Like the other one was like a whole $50 or something. So the 124.31, that's the neckline, right? So we have our first bottom neckline, second bottom, and we come up, we come down, but eventually we break through the neckline. Okay, we broke through the neckline, and then right here, this candle right here, I need to zoom in a little bit. This candle right here is the retest of the neckline, and we can expect to continue our move higher. Okay, so the daily, I'm just trying to find what the best entry would be. 3-1. Yeah, I think if we took our entry off, since it's a 3-1 trading inside, entry at the break of 137.96, or watch. I always like to watch too if we pull back on Monday and we kind of come down to this area and kind of bounce with some volume, I'll get in early too. But the break of that 137.96 will be a very safe entry. I think I'm getting the hang of it. So for the targets, hold on, let me delete that. I'm just all over the place. Let's see where my targets. 137.96, 142. Okay, so we have swing low at 142. I always like my targets to be blue. Gonna go up. Sorry, I'm reading the comments too. So 142. After that, we have 143.18. I'm not gonna be able to get the, okay, 143.18. Then after 143, we have that 147. I don't see nothing in between. After that is that 147, which I had that marked for, what was that mark? Why did we mark 147? I think it was the top of that trading channel. Okay, so just go back over and recap. Okay, so the entry is the break of this 137.96. First target is 142. We have 143, 147.33. And if we make it up here to this 150, $147. Yeah, overall, it's gonna probably try to make its way up there, but it'll be a lot to go on before that. So yeah, we'll just keep it with those targets first, okay? And also, because I like to look at, them on this chart too. See what we got on the weekly. So on the weekly, let me zoom out. On the weekly, we're above the We're above all the moving averages. Let's see the daily. So on the daily, we literally just reclaimed the 21-day moving average. So that is also a good sign that this stock will make its way back up. Once the stock reclaims that 21-day moving average on the daily, it's a good sign. But of course, we need to still kind of watch and make sure it's going to hold, because it could come back down tomorrow. Now that I look at it, this kind of is looking like a little bear flaggish right here. So we definitely want to be patient on this. Don't just jump in. Let it really confirm. All right, so my next one is JP Mortgage. So I'm doing JP Morgan because I think financials have been doing very well. So I'm going to try to get some exposure. Looks like I already had some stuff drew out on here, but let's start on the monthly. Take a look at what we got going on. This thing has been actually running. Okay, monthly. Oh, this is actually, this all-time highs, right? Yeah. So we're possibly going to make some new highs. I'm going to mark the top of September, which was 318. So once we break that, who has earnings? JP Mortgage? JP Morgan. I said mortgage. I'm going to write that down and check that out. He said, yeah. Do you know when? When is the earnings? Because that might, oh, I look right here, duh. Tuesday, October 14th. Okay, so maybe an earnings run up. I don't like to play earnings. I like to do the run-ups. The only earnings that I play is Meta. That's the only one that I'm willing to risk on, because Meta gonna run. And matter of fact, Meta's on my watch list this week, and I'm gonna show y'all why I think Meta is in good position. Okay, so they have earnings October 14th, so we gotta watch out for that. Definitely gonna be out of that before that, or leave some runners. Let's go down to the weekly. Yeah, Meta for calls. Even though it's dropping, I know it's dropping right now, but I'm going to show you guys why I like Meta. I'm going to show you guys why when we get there. I like it for like a position, like to get in and get settled, because they have earnings at the end of this month, and it's kind of at a key level right now. Okay, so let me stay on track. JP for the weekly, we have a 3. Let's go down to the daily. Okay, so on the daily, now it was in this trading channel. It kind of fell out, came in. I just extended it to see maybe if that can act as some resistance, or if it's going to reclaim that trading channel. But it's still in an uptrend. It just kind of deviated a little bit. But on the daily, we have our swing low that was created on Thursday. So that 306, that is, so when I talk about swing lows, that for me would be like, if it closes under that, I'm not going to play calls. I'm going to wait for it to kind of reposition, because that means it's closing under a swing low, and I might want to pull back more. But you take your entry at the break of the candle that confirms the swing low. I want to change that to green. My entries are always green. Let me see on the 4-hour if there's a better entry. Well, yeah. You can do it at the break of this one candle as well, but I mean, it's not too far off. So you take it there, and since this is an all-time high play, I think we're just going to target the highs of 318, see if we make new highs. But I mean, there is some resistance right here. What, 315? Or you could just go watch for the highs of every day. This 314. Yeah, I would just kind of watch it and see if we get this break. But if we start rejecting that 318, I would get out. Or even, yeah, up to that 315, that's a nice trade. $15 move, that's a nice trade. Now let's see what JP Morgan is doing on. What did I just do? I took a screenshot. Okay, so this is the daily. Again, we just reclaimed the moving average, the 21-day moving average. This is the swing low. Volume's pretty decent. Momentum is about to pick up. So yeah, I really like that one. Moving on. The next one is, if you have any other financial tickers that you like to trade, like if you like trading Bank of America or what was the other one, Wells Fargo or whatever, you might want to check those out because I think clearly financials are about to start reporting too. The next one is Duke Energy. Let's start on the monthly. What we got going on? So September was a failed 2 down candle right here. Just kind of looking. I think this is going to be another all-time high. So this is the all-time high, 127.85. So possibly another all-time high break. I'll just mark that for visual purposes. Let me turn the camera. Let me go down to the weekly. Inside candle. Okay. So on this one, your latest swing low was down here. So this could be, like, if it closes under this 119, no bueno for me for calls. Now, this was the swing low. Was it the 3 or the 2? 119. It was this one. So this is the candle that confirms the swing low. So your entry would be the break of this. But as you can see, we haven't even got there yet. Now, it doesn't matter what happens in between. We may not even break it this week. But that is the latest swing low. So once it breaks that, it should be go time. So I'm gonna mark that as a target because we're gonna get in lower than that though. Because you could take it at the break of this. Well, no, it's not gonna be a target. It's just gonna be something that you have to watch. You don't want it to reject there. Because you also could take it at the break of this one candle. Hold on, let me change that because I don't like. Oh, God. I don't want that. Okay. I want this one. So the break of that 123.93, you could take that as an entry. And it's also is a bull flag, as you can see. Well, it's kind of like a curved pole. Well, even if you start from here and then it comes down, it's kind of looking bull flag-ish. I'm also going to do the retrace on that one. I'm going to check that out. Let me see the daily looks like. Hold on, y'all. 4 hour. This has a recent swing low too, so you could have took the break of there. I think I like, we're gonna stick to this weekly since it's the inside candle. So the break there, targeting, I will drop down for some targets. Well, there's really 123. Well, there really ain't nothing till this 124.27, but remember we said that that's gonna break the confirmed swing high. So once we break that, I think we have 125 as the target, and then the 127 for a potential all-time high break. So watch that. What was that, Duke? Let's see on this one. Let me see. Is there a trading channel over this? Trying to see if we have a trading channel. Possibly from here to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that kind of coincides too with breaking all these levels. It looks like we're about to get a break of this channel. Yeah, definitely watch for that. And then if it breaks this channel, you also want to watch for a retest as well. Y'all see that? Yeah. Let's see what it's doing on here. The daily. Okay, just reclaim the 21-day moving average, and again, that swing low, so that's why it's looking so tempting for me. We have a lot of confluences. It's on the moving averages, the swing low, this tight action, and where was that flag? It was like, what was that low? Was it on the daily or the weekly? It was on the weekly, 111.22 to the top. Let's see. Let's go to the weekly. I like to do. Okay, so this is another confluence that you can use, the 50% retrace. I just did it from the latest swing, well, the swing low on the weekly up to the most recent swing high. And then we have this 50% retrace, which was at 119.54. That, if I was paying attention to this back then, I would have got in at that mark. And it looks like that is when it bounced off the 21-day moving average as well. So had I wish I would have seen this a couple days ago, a few days ago. Well, no, a couple weeks ago, because it's the weekly chart. So that was a good place to get in and just kind of sit, but we're not too far from it. I still like this trade. Take it back up to this 127. The next one is Celsius. Let's see what we got going on. What did I like about this one? Start at the monthly. Okay, on the monthly, we are trading inside. September closed as an inside. So clearly the break of the high, we go up. The break of the low, we go down. So it looks like it can go either way. I have 100 shares of Celsius. Oh, really? Yeah, you better hold on to them. I think it's about to make a good move. I'm going to show you why, because there's a cup and handle, one of my favorite patterns. So yeah, either way, when we break September's high, we can look to go up, or the low could look to go down. Let me see, get some more detail. I got in at 35. Oh, you rolling in the dough. 35? Well, that's like, yeah, you up a lot. That's a nice little move, and there's more to come. Yeah, so see on this weekly, this is the cup and handle. I'm going to show it better on other charts, so I'm not even going to get into the cup and handle, but this is a cup and handle going on right here on the weekly. We have the swing low on the weekly right here. I'm going to mark that because that would be like, if it closes under that $50, it's a no-go for calls for me. Which that is $8 down. That would be a big move because it's a small stock. So I don't know if we'll get there, but just keep that in mind. If it closes under that, I will probably abort mission. I'm not talking about if you have shares though. I'm just talking about option contracts. Let's find an entry. Are we in a... This might be a double bottom too. If we go here, 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 boom, the retest. Possibly. Let's try to find an entry. After this, I have some stocks for you. Have you charted Mara? You know, I looked at Mara. We'll go over that. I'm adding it. Someone said Tesla. I'll add Mara. We'll go over that. I got I do have a crypto stock on my watch list, but we'll do Mara too. Let me go back. What were we working on my entry? Okay, so right here you can see on the daily, what was this? Wednesday, the swing low was created. So an even tighter stop. But my entry, since this is the confirmed candle of the swing low, you're supposed to get in at the break, and as you can see, I don't think it really held. So we can still base it off that if we can get above this was it 59.15? 59.15, that will be the entry. 59.15, and then you can target, well, clearly this was some resistance up there. That's 60.76. Turn that blue. Is 63 the all-time high? Oh no. No. Let's see what we have. 60.67. Then we can do this 62.05. We could do this 62.99. And then we'll do this 63.50. Okay, so those are my targets. So entry at the break of 59.15, targeting 60.76, 62, and then 62.92 and 63.50. Should have showed y'all the levels, huh? Y'all see? Now, I'm going to show y'all the cup and handle on Celsius on this one. It looks better on these charts. We're on the weekly. So you see how, it's really more defined on this. You have your cup. Then you have your handle. If you know anything about the handle, when the handle's created and pulls back to the 21 day, it makes it that much more powerful. So clearly we have a handle right here, right above this 21 day, and that is where the low was created. So for the person that said that they had shares, like if this cup and handle serves correctly, it's going to make its way all the way back up to this 98, basically the 99.62. How long it's going to take, I don't know. But if this cup and handle serves correctly, it should have a nice, powerful move soon. Okay, because you have the handle. It's about to break out of the handle. And it's going to target the top of this cup right here. I also, I got in Palantir off a cup and handle when it was like $22-ish. If you go back and look at the chart on Palantir from, I think it was 2 years ago I got in Palantir. And I had it up until like 170, whatever it is right now, 170-ish. Calls. What do you mean calls? Calls for Celsius? Yeah, I'm talking about calls. I don't play the market to the downside. Unless it's just something tempting, I don't like to play it to the downside. I'm a bull. I'm also a Taurus, so yeah. So anyways, yeah. I think we're going to have a nice move on Celsius, and I would get a lot of time on my contract. And matter of fact, I bet you, just because of that cup and handle, I'm already on Celsius. I bet you these calls are going to be bussing. Let's see. October 17th. Yeah, like 5,000 people in here. Well, I would have thought it would have been more. October 24th. Yeah. Anyways, let's get back. Try to stay on track. Oh, no. I don't want it to freeze. Okay. So, yeah, Celsius. Gemini. MSTR. This was the crypto stock. Let's see. What did I have for MSTR? Let's go to the monthly. Okay, so on the monthly, September can potentially be the swing low. Let me remove this right quick. I'm going to put it back. So you see how September is lower than this one and this one for now because this candle's still open. This can potentially be a swing low that's created, and that means sellers are exhausted. It's going to start making its way up. But we won't know that until October ends. But if we're like kind of anticipating, thinking this is going to be the low, we can get in a long expiration trade on this, anticipating that. And then probably November, that next month, we'll revisit that though. I don't want you guys to be like, that's not a way to trade, but that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, but we'll just have to see. So anyways, let's go with what we do know. What we do know is that this is a confirmed swing low from the weekly chart because last week closed and swing low was created. So that's kind of like that's a long way from 351, but just know that's the latest swing low. So you can take it, your entry could be the break of this candle at 385.54, but I'm going to drop down, see if we have a better entry. I like to change my entries green. Let's see on the daily. Okay, this 358.25 There's some resistance. Looks like, which one is the 357.22? Okay, well, I see why it's pretty interesting. We are breaking out of this channel. Okay. Now, technically, we can wait for the retest. Or I think we need to get above this 358.25 for some movement. I think this, 358.54 is a good entry. Because we clearly need to break this to go any higher. Let's see. Let's find some targets. I think we can base them. MSTR moves a lot, right? Oh, yeah. This 358 is a really interesting level because we have it as major support back here while it was, and then it broke. So we definitely have to reclaim that 358.50-ish level to even go anywhere because it was support back here, and then it broke. Then it became resistance. Support turned resistance. So we got to get above that before we make any way. But if we do, let me find us some targets. If we make it, child. We have 365. 365.73. 365. We have 372. 372.93. 372.93. 372.93. Then 383. So we'll just go with those for now. Then obviously this swing high up here, 414. I know there might be something in between there. Oh, this 394, that seems to be important. So yeah, that's what we got. Okay, I think crypto has been doing good. Has Bitcoin been running? Yeah, because Coinbase did like really good on Friday, didn't it? Coinbase like had this massive move. So yeah, I think crypto is kind of getting to the front line. Now, really quickly, I think there's something on let me see. Let's see. This is the weekly. Again, we just reclaimed the 50-day moving average. Right here, trying to get over this 21. This is on the weekly, though. Let's see the daily. $125 Bitcoin hit all time. 125, dang. Okay, so on the daily, I'm about to reclaim the 50 on the daily, but we did reclaim, we're over the 21, so that's bullish momentum. The momentum is picking up down here, as you can see. Monthly. So on the monthly, I have this thing. I have another strategy. If you guys follow me, you know I talk about the 2 candle pullback. Now that can be done on any time frame. 2 candle pullback is if a stock has been running up and then you get 2 candle pullback, and then I like to enter, right? So this is the monthly. Now from this run up, you have this 2 candle pullback right here, and it's starting to make its way back up. So I think that's what's going to happen here. Obviously, you still need this one to close to see, make sure this doesn't turn into another third red candle. But also, if you look at this low right here, the previous low that was created, because if this indeed turns out to be another swing low, if this closes above it, your lows are getting higher, right? But from our last confirmed swing low, if we do the Fibonacci up to the swing high, we're right here at this 50% retrace. Okay, so that is giving me even more conviction to get in the trade, because we're at the 50% mark, and it'll start making its way up to the upper half of this Fibonacci, and then of course wherever it wants to go. So that's something that I'm watching on that too. But MSTR, I really like that one. I have two more. Let's see. Oh, why is it saying inactivity? Oh, hold on, y'all, because they're trying to kick me off. Okay, so the next one, I have like two more, and then we'll move on to Google. I don't like trading Google, but it has a 2 candle pullback somewhere, and I'm gonna show y'all. I don't remember where it's at. What's going on the monthly? It's just kind of been running. Look, let's go to the weekly. Okay, the weekly 2 candle pullback. I'm gonna look at it on the other chart too. I think it looks even better. So see how Google clearly from here, 1, 2, 3, the last week, so the month, but the last 4 weeks it's just been running. And then, well, not the last 4 weeks, but prior to these 2 weeks closing, it ran for 4 weeks. Now we have the 2 candle pullback this week, and then this week these candles are closed. So I am anticipating the 2 candle pullback, and then it continues to make its way up. For whatever reason, I have a broadening formation way up here. I think that's like my overall target. I don't know when I drew that or what time frame, but I must have been looking at this for some reason. Let's find some entries. On the daily, what we have. Oh, man. Looks like from this swing low, this swing high to this one, we appear to be in this trading channel. Also, another confluence as to why I like Google, because we're at the bottom of this trading channel, and we can expect to make our way back up at least to this regression line and then continue. So let's see. Okay, on the daily, well, that's a 3 candle. I don't know if that's the swing low. But I think the break of, let me see if the 4 hour gives a better entry. Oh, yeah, we have an inside candle on the 4 hour. So entry could be the break of, oh, what time is it? The stocks are probably moving. We're gonna look. We gotta look and see what the stocks is doing, because they're already moving in the overnight market. So the break of that, let's find some targets. So the break of 245.62. 349 as a target. 349. Move out some. 349. Well, this is some resistance up there at 351. So I think just round that to 350. Let me see if this. Okay. I have 346 on the 1 hour, 350, 351, 253, 253, and then I think 256 is the all-time high. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on Google. I really like Google because it's at the bottom of this trading channel. That's like where I like to get in. I had a double bottom on the daily that I have marked. Yeah, possibly. Oh wait, y'all can't see that, huh? It appears to be maybe a double bottom. You have your high, you have your first bottom right here. This is your neckline. Hold on, since y'all can't see the numbers, let me say that we have a bottom at this low, which was 240.7. Then we have the neckline at 251. Then we have another bottom down here at 238. So clearly a double bottom is the break of the neckline, a retest, and then it makes its way all the way to wherever it wants to go. Now let's look at it on hold on, y'all, because Google. Okay, monthly, weekly, where we at? Okay, 2 candle pullback. Let's go to the daily. Okay, we're right on the moving average. So again, put this bigger. Okay, we're right here. We reclaim the 21-day moving average. Once we get over this, we'll kind of make our way back up. Also, let's see, which was Monday? This is Monday. Let's see, last week's from this high to this low. Again, from last week's high to last week's low, it came and reclaimed the 50%. Or it came and did a 50% retrace, and we're still above it. If we were to reject, people will probably be looking to play puts on that rejection, but we're holding it very nicely, and we're probably going to make our way back up to the upper half of this, okay? That 251 area. All right. The last one on my list is GE Aerospace. Let's see what I got. Now, quickly look at the month. This thing has been running. The weekly. I think I liked it off of the daily. Yeah, because so on the daily, this was your latest swing low down here at 289.66. Now, this candle confirms that. So you're like, if I seen this back here, your entry is the break of this candle, which, let me get that. Which would be 301.47. We're at 297 right now. We broke it, but we did not. It didn't hold, and we actually have a 2 candle pullback on the daily as well. It's going to show better on that other chart. So I didn't even notice that until now. So I really do like this one. A very safe entry is the break of 300 because that was the entry back there. It looks like this will be another all-time high break play, or at least just targeting the highs. So if I enter that 301, I guess the only thing to target is that 307, possibly get an all-time high break. But I'm gonna show you on this chart because see, this is the daily. It was running. We have this 2 candle pullback. All right, And we also have, so from last week's low to last week's high, okay, it ran up, is down at the 50% retrace mark. So we need to stay above this 296.71, and then we'll, because if we get up under there, then yeah, look to go down. But since we have this 2-candle pullback, I'm anticipating it make its way back up here. And we'll know a lot more on Monday when Monday's candle closes, because this also might be another swing low created. And if it is, it's going to be making higher lows, because this is the low and this is potentially about to be the next low. But we'll see Monday. Okay. Now that's my watch list. I'll post the watch list again on TikTok, but let's go over the ones that you guys asked. And I also briefly want to show you guys Meta, because I was saying that it looks like it's in good position for you to kind of get in and hold through earnings. But you guys know Meta's expensive. So if you have contracts way out, you can pay a lot of money. But I don't think there's any other stock worth it more than Meta, because if you guys know, on earnings that stock be moving like $100. So let's see, I don't have a setup for it to be going up. What I'm looking at is, oh, let me see what it is that I liked. Where's the daily? Oh shit, I hit the maps. Hold on, y'all. Let me go here right quick. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm always playing Meta, so I have everything marked already. From the last place. Now, this is what I like about Meta. We were in this trading channel, we fell out, came close to it, rejected, came down. What I'm looking at on the daily is it appears to be a double bottom, right? So we have here, we have this first bottom at 721. We have our neckline at 790.80. Come down, we have our low right here at 710. The only thing is, from Friday, I mean, I don't know what the hell happened, but the low is 710.18. However, it is a 3-candle, so it took out like liquidity on both sides. So that could be a good thing. Market movers probably trying to shake everybody out, but I think that Meta is about to turn around and make its way up. Meta's not fundamentally, there's really no reason for Meta to be going down, I don't think. I really think they just trying to shake everybody out, which on a double bottom, that second bottom is supposed to undercut the first one for that exact reason. Because if you have this low created and it came up and it came down, people are thinking, okay, 721 is kind of going to be the support area. It does not stop there. It will undercut that first bottom. And so once it hits there, people are either closing their position or whatever, like, oh, we didn't hold at this support. So it shakes everybody out. The second bottom is supposed to undercut the first one. Okay, so only thing is, I just have to see how Monday closes and make sure we're not going to go any lower than this. If we go any lower than this one, then it is something to watch. And we filled the gap. Because if it goes any lower, then we got to watch for 691. So even if it does go lower and it happens to hit this 691 for whatever reason, you want to watch how it reacts there. You want to watch the volume, and that could be where you start your position as well anyways. But Meta is, I like it to get in for earnings, like just to kind of sit in and watch it make its way back up. Just off of that double bottom. So matter of fact, yeah, let's see really quickly. Let's see what Meta's doing in the after hours. Y'all know the stocks are moving now. Now look at Meta. Now, it already then jumped from 711 all the way up to 721. I'm telling y'all, I think it's about to turn around. I think this is a really time to get in and hold Meta. Oh, y'all, I'm in Dash. I've been in and out of Dash all week, and I got in for another swing over the weekend, and I just looked. It's at 272, so I'm a little bit happy. Dash, if you guys weren't here last week for the live, I'm just going to show you quickly that I am playing Dash off of the, what was it on Dash? Is it cup and handle or double bottom that I'm playing? Was it the cup and handle? Yes, cup and handle. So we have our cup. We had our handle. See? And I've been in and out, and I'm in it again. So, yeah. Anyways, on track, Joanna. You guys, somebody said Tesla. You can get in Meta now. What do you mean? Like, as far as like right now? Like, if you buy shares of Meta, you can get in the after hours market. Like right now, yeah, if you buy shares of Meta, you can get in. There's people trading Meta right now in the after hours. Just for shares, though, not stocks. The Meta glasses just launched also. Yeah, that would be a reason. That would be a good reason. Any product release, just like when Apple, when they released the 17 and they started showing the numbers, Apple ran. That was on our watch list a couple weeks ago. Tesla. Man, Tesla's been running. Okay, you have your all-time high at 488. Is that the all-time high? Okay, you have the all-time high at 488, so it still has ways to go. I just don't know. See, I've been playing it. I played this breakout, and that's really why that's why I say the breakouts. I don't remember what stocks I was just saying it, where I was like, you got to have a lot of time. Them breakouts, like I was in Tesla. I played this breakout, but if you can afford long expirations, you want to either you can be in and out of the trade, or if I just had the money to just get a longer expiration, and that is typically what happens on these breakouts. When you break out of a level and retest it, it makes a major move, and Tesla did just that for what, 1, 2, 3, 4, a month, like basically a whole month. It's just been running like crazy. So I don't know. Well, that looks like a 2 candle pullback. So, well, Tesla might be, okay, so you have a 2 candle pullback, but you had this low right here, and it undercut it, but it did not close under it. So that was like manipulation, liquidity sweep. So Tesla might be ready to go make another run up. Okay, I will wait for, what's tomorrow, Monday? Let's see what Tesla's doing right now. Yeah, Tesla's doing a little run. Monday, I will wait to see how Monday closes for Tesla. What's a good entry for Meta Monday? Oh, well, I'm not going to just say Monday. I'm going to wait till, hold on. On Tesla, let me finish this thought. On Tesla, on Monday, I will wait to see how Monday's candle closes, because you want to see if this is going to be a swing low. Okay, and also, like I said, undercut this low at 419. So you don't want Tesla to close under 419 on Monday. You don't want to get in early in the day and it closes under 419, because it closed under this low. So Monday, I would wait to see how Tesla closes, and then I probably would even think about getting Tesla. Now for Meta, let me see if Monday is a good. So Monday might, just depending, I would at least let the first 4 hours go by on Meta. Or if you have some levels marked, you want to watch it and see how it reacts at those levels. But if you get in Meta and you have long expiration, like a lot of time in your contracts, I don't see why not on Monday, as long as it does not close under like that 710-ish area, because then you do have this 50-day moving average below there, and you never know, it might want to go down there before earnings, you know. So another thing, you could wait to see how Monday closes. That'll give you a little bit more information. But I plan on getting in Meta sometime this week. I really want to get in around this level, like this 710. I know 700 is major support. So we're like right there. As you can see, let me draw it right quick. See, like this, what is this, 690, 690, and 690 and 720. And yeah, that 690 is major support. Even if we close under that 710, even if it does go to 690, I like that too, because you get in even lower. 690 is very major support. That 700 and 690. I don't know why I remember 700 for some reason. I think so, yeah. But if you follow me on TikTok, I'm gonna be updating about everything on my watch list. I kind of update throughout the week, so we'll definitely double back on Meta next week. Somebody said Mara. Let's see. Mara, what's going on, Mara? Look a little. Mara has tight action, but like I said, I think crypto is doing very good. Let's see. Clearly, you have some resistance at this like 1922-ish level, right? So I think above 1922, we're at 1882 right now. I think if we get a close above that on the daily, I think that would be a good entry. Then you have your 2150 level up here. You got to get above that too. This is the weekly, since we have a swing high here and here. Oh yeah, now that I drew this out, Mara might actually look good because it's trying to break through this channel. Might have something on Mara, just like I was saying with Tesla when it breaks out. So if it breaks out and then when you watch for that retest, Mara is a lower price stock, so the contracts aren't really that expensive. So even if we break out of this, I'm gonna keep watching. If we get that retest, I'm going very long on Mara, like all the way back up to 30. Like, well, not even low, more than 30. I think we'll. Shoot, I think that'll be a nice play once it breaks out of that. Let's see what's the daily looking like. Yeah, Mara is definitely something to watch. Where are we at on the daily? Looks like it was a cup and handle. Well, yeah, I think it's still. You have your cup right here. This was your handle, but this drop is kind of funky. But we reclaimed the 21-day moving average with this one right here. So I think even, so this was Monday. Let me just see what this looks like. If we can get a move to the 50%, which is at this 1809, I think if we come down to 1809 and retest, I will enter there just because that's the 50% retrace. And Friday did close red. So maybe it pulls back a little bit more. I would say watch that 1809 level too, and then watch that break of that 20. What did I say? What level was that? Break of that 1922. So you get the break of 1922, or you let it come down and retest that 1809. Me preferably, I like a stock to drop as much as it wants to and show some strong action on the levels. Can you do BMNR? What is that? I've heard of that. I think I did that. Not BMN. What's BMNR? Oh, no. I've never heard of that one. Oh, is this like a Bitmine? It's a Bitcoin stock. What do they mine Bitcoin? Well, I charted it sometime before because I have these levels on there. So let me remove that. Okay, well, now that I'm looking at it, it looks good because you have the inside month on September. So for this month, it can go either way. You can play the break of last month's high or the break of last month's low. I don't typically play to the downside. And then you had the fail 2 down on August. So, excuse me. Let me mark this. 64.25. That is where you go 2 up on the month. Okay. We can get a trade in before that, but that is just something that you need to know if you plan on trading this. See how it's inside of this candle. This is all this action on the inside. Okay, so it's really not going to get any movement until it breaks 161 or this no, not necessarily. That's not true because I just said that the monthly it goes up. Now we'll get action before that. Let's see. Again, the week close inside. That could be your entry. The break of 57.82. Is this the all-time high? Oh, no. It's got some way more levels up there somewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Dang. Wait, that's a big swing. What happened back there? Was that in April? No, June. That's a... I don't know what happened back there. But, so you could take it at the break of 57.82. The daily, excuse me. What do we have? This looks like, so we have our high, we have our low, we have our high, we have our low, we have our high. High, low, high. So it's making lower highs. This looks like this stock swings a lot. Let's see. Let me see what this. Okay, just for visual purposes, this channel that it's in, because you can connect your swing highs. This one's just way. I wonder. I think it would be the same. No. I don't even know how I would draw this channel on here. I think this. I think either way, I think we're about to get a break of this channel right here. I don't know how this one moves. It appears to be very volatile. 4 hour. Yeah, so I think off of the daily. Was it the daily that I marked that? No, it was the weekly. Was it the weekly? Yeah, because it was an inside month. Yeah. So I think off the weekly, because this will be your confirmed swing low down here. So you can take it at the break of 57.82. The latest swing low on the weekly is 47. So technically, if it don't close under that, you good. But that is a big jump from 47 to 57. That's like $10. And that's a lot for this small stock. But that is the swing low on the weekly. Let me see. Let me see where we're at right here. This is the daily. We just reclaimed the 21 a few days ago. Yeah, so it might be ready to go up. It reclaimed it and it's been holding above the 21. It might be ready to go up. Let's see what this weekly like. Can you do DNT for crispy? Okay. Yeah, this one. I mean, if you've traded this before, and if you're familiar with this movement, I would go for it. I don't think I've ever traded it though. I've probably heard about it. I marked it, but I mean, it has. Ooh, it got a long way up to its high. But yeah, I think you might could get a good trade out of this week. Only based off the fact that it's above the 21-day movement average. And momentum is picking up on the daily. So, yeah. Someone said, let's start on this chart. So for this one, I can already, we have the 2 candle pullback. Whoever's interested in Krispy Kreme, it's your time to shine this week. Because, and I might even trade this because, like I said, I like the 2 candle pullback. We had this nice run up, 2 candle pullback. The third one closed green. Now, wait, is this the right one? Krispy Kreme is $3. $3.78. Why this stock so? This is a penny stock. Sure, you might as well buy shares of this. I might even buy some shares of this one. Do they have options? Probably so. Oh yeah, I might buy some shares of this at $3.70 something and write it up to $5 at least. That's like $2 move. That's and you have this 50-day up here at 512. So that's your resistance. Let me see what we... I just... penny stocks, anything under $5, I think it is considered a penny stock. And I like to buy shares on penny stocks. I actually just got into doing that, and I really like it because you get some good moves. So we're right at the 21 on the weekly, but we're above it on the daily. What does the monthly look like? Let me go on Trading View. Yeah. Oh, I did look at this before. Oh, you know what? Krispy Kreme. Wasn't this what happened with this? It was like a few weeks ago or something. Wasn't it all over Reddit? It was like a Reddit stock. Everybody was talking about it on Reddit, right? Like something happened. It was moving a lot. I think I missed that move, but when I went to look at it, I was supposed to be watching a level or something. I think it was like, okay, someone say, yeah. Yeah, I remember something was going on with this stock. But yeah, just based off this 2-candle pullback, I probably would maybe get some shares of this. Ride it back up to that 573. And they do have options. Let's see what it's doing. DNUT. Can you do hood next? Oh, you gonna make me cry because I should have never got out of hood. I try not to look at that stock because that move was just ridiculous. Man, like that move just... I really love this for Dash. Oh, they do have options. Let's see what these spreads be looking like. Oh, hold on. $10. I might get in some. Let's see. Got quite a few people in this this $4, the $4 strike price for October 10th. Let's see. Got a lot more for October 17th. I might try my hand at this just because we're on that 2-day pullback. Oh, yeah. They cheap, too. Whoever suggested that, thank you, because I'm going to add that to my watch list. Oh, look at this one. A lot of people are in the, what is that, $5? I might even get that one. I like longer expirations. $5 for November. How are they doing for December? Oh, December, they got it cracking in December. 5,000 people on the $5 again. So I think the $5 strike price, yeah, I think $5. The $5 call is the way to go. I mean, whatever you prefer your expiration. Looks like a lot of people are banking on. Oh, yeah, I might have to get in and just kind of sit in there. February, what they got? May. Dang, even January 2027, which I might even do that one because then you just let it sit. You ain't got to worry about it. But I would like... Kai, turn that air off. Hit the off button. It's cold now, huh? Turn the air off. I told you to turn the air off. Yeah, 2027 expiration. Yeah, people are sitting in there. I actually like this one. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna watch that. Might add that to my watch list. Because 2-candle pullback. Entry will be the break of that at 383. Or just to be safe, since you have 387 right there. Once we get over that 387. And look at the next swing high is 573. So we might get $5 like this week. Like it might be one of them moves. Oh yeah, because once you clear that 387, I don't know why I have 453 marked. But whatever, 387, we'll put 453 and then shoot, 573. Yeah, I like this one. I'm gonna sit in this one just because, I mean, it's like a lotto. Why not? It's cheap. What would be your entry? Shoot, the Friday, I just said, yeah, Friday was the inside candle. If you, what were we at in the pre-market? Oh, it already hit 389. I would get in, I think tomorrow you could get your entry. Like I would just watch it and wait for the pullbacks. Like I don't know how you guys trade, but like since I'm already going to put this on my watch list, I'm going to be watching it. And for me, I have my charts, they're like automated. They'll mark out like the previous day close, the previous week high, and I have like these pivot lines and I have all my moving averages. So what I would do is I would just watch it, especially for the first 4 hours, and I'm going to be waiting for it to, yeah, you could get shares of it now, actually. In the overnight market, you could buy shares of it right now. So I wait for it to get down to any of these levels on my chart and I see how it reacts and then I would get in. But I think Monday is a perfect day to enter this. Somebody said hood. I'm going to be honest with you. Hood, you need to pull back on hood. I just know that. See, I was trading hood back here, and I think I got like this move. Or no, I might have got this move, and I don't know, whatever. The shit is all the way up here now, so it don't even matter. But let's see. I don't know. Hood, you need to pull back on this. If you're not in this already, I bet it's way above the 21-day moving average. Yeah. Wait, that's the monthly. Yeah, it's just so extended. I would just walk. Oh, sorry, y'all can't see. But it's like way extended from the 21-day. I just wait for a pullback on hood. I couldn't even tell you where to get in because it keeps making new highs. It's just going crazy ever since it got added to the S&P 500. Gosh. What else? Y'all got any more? I'm trying to think what else this is everything I was trading last week. I'm still kind of watching this. This is Boeing. Oh, SoFi. I wanted to do SoFi. I meant to add that to my watch list. What did I see about SoFi? SoFi, what did I read about this stock? It was something. Hold on, let me think. Maybe it'll come up as I'm looking. Let's look at the news. Cash burning stock with impressive fundamentals and two invest expand option. Oh, they're offering option strategies now. Powering fintech. I don't know. There was something on SoFi. Let me see if I like this. Daily, the 4 hour. Let me look on this chart. Okay. Okay, SoFi. So, only thing about SoFi, we are testing the 50-day moving average. Okay, if we get, how would I play this? I need to make sure it's going to hold this 50-day moving average on the daily. And then, the momentum all the way down. So we got to see on the daily, which it may happen on Monday. We'll see how Monday closes and see if this is going to be a confirmed swing low. I will have to see a swing low, because if not, it's just going to keep going. That's the whole point of the swing lows. When the swing lows are created, that kind of lets you know that sellers are exhausted. But if we're going to keep going lower each day, we got to wait till it creates a swing low before we start making the turnaround. But also on the weekly, which kind of coincides with the daily about it being on the 50-day moving average, you have a 2-candle pullback, which I like. That is one of my strategies. So you have this run up, and then you've pulled back for 2 weeks. So that's probably what's going on. It's not necessarily that it's falling and doing bad, but it has to pull back. It's been running. It's got to cool off. So I kind of like that. I think Monday when it closes, I think we get the confirmed swing low, and then you could look for your entry on Tuesday. But I'm going to add this to my watch list too. Also, if you just want to, from the previous swing low, well, not necessarily the previous, but the major. I bet that's the major swing low, right at the 50% line. Let me see. SoFi, what was that? The weekly? What is this? The weekly? Yeah. Let me see what the major. Oh, well. $8. I know that wasn't at $8, was it? No. Their majors at $8.60. No, but this $8.18. Yeah, because... yeah, we have the... I would watch it. I would just say let's make sure it holds this 50% retrace line, this $25. I think we kind of see how it reacts there. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, it's getting active. Yeah. Yeah, even on another way to play it for the swing low. Oh man, I think my thing froze. Okay. Another way I like to play it, if I'm waiting on the swing low, wait till the end of tomorrow. Like if you watch like the last, I don't know, like last 15 minutes of the market where you know it's probably going to close as this being a swing low, meaning that tomorrow's candle, just as long as it does not go below Friday's low at all of 24.84, as long as it closes above that and never touches it, never undercuts it, that's going to be a swing low. And at the end of the day, you get in to swing it, because then tomorrow everybody's going to see that that's the confirmed swing low, and people are going to be entering on Tuesday. But if you're anticipating that, like the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes of the market, if you know strongly that this is going to be the swing low, I like to get in and take advantage of that overnight swing. Just bought 509 shares of donut. Man, yeah. I'm probably going to look at that and get in some too in a minute. 509, yeah. Let me know how that works too. Well, we're going to be chitting about that. Chit-chatting. Somebody said, can you do ABGO? since we on this top. But yeah, so I'm gonna add SoFi to my watch list, and I'm gonna be updating about that too. Oh, there's another one that was mentioned on IBD Live. Baby Geo. Reclaim the 21. It looks like it's coming down to retest to see if it's gonna hold. We have this gap up, and it's been holding a nice tight action. Daily, let's see. So this was from from last week's. From last week's low to high, sorry, we're right at that 50%. So AVGO, the 50% is 336.48. I think if we hold that, we can maybe get in that one. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Let me remove this. Oh, 2 candle pullback on the weekly again. Yeah. This one looks like it's ready to go again. At the break of 347.61, above that, it's go time. And this looks like a bull flag, really. Then even if you want, I bet you we're at 50% on this too. Watch. From this low to this high. Yep. I knew it. So yeah, that 327.45 was the entry on that one. But yeah, it ain't too late, because it just had the 2 candle pullback. That's what I mean on the because that's not the swing low. This is a 3. Looks like it took out liquidity on both sides too, so that's even better. Maybe Geo. Yeah, the 3-2 on the weekly. If it goes 3-2, I actually like that trade. I think this one is. Aren't these contracts expensive though? AVGO. It's like Tesla, right? Hold on. I'm trying to go to the main. AVGO. Yeah, they're more on the pricier side, but I think it's worth it for that 2 candle pullback on the weekly. Yep. Now, ELF, which one was my top? Was it ELF? Let's see what they've been. Everything that I went over, I did ELF. Oh gosh, ELF. JP Morgan. Celsius. What else did we go over? Duke Energy. Oh, let's see what Meta's doing. Staying steady at this level. I like that. MSTR. Oh yeah, we had a gap up, looks like, at some point. I think crypto woman. Oh, Mara. Who was talking about Mara? What did I say? I think that 1922 level. Wasn't that our entry on Mara? Yeah, 1922. Here we are at 1923 exactly right now. So it kind of got above that, and it didn't hold. So it broke the 922, and it looks like it's coming down in the after hour market to kind of retest it. So yeah, definitely still like Mara. RGTI. I think they've been talking about that in this Discord that I'm in. RGTI. Oh. RGTI. Oh, shoot. I just gave myself a heart. Trying to look at some RGTI. Hold on. Alright. I'm gonna start on the monthly. Where we at? Man, this thing crazy. Bull flag. Oof. Might need a pullback on this bad boy. Let's see. That's the monthly. That's the weekly. For some reason, I had 2142 marked, and I missed it because I never traded this. So that just pissed me off. Because why do I have that marked? Maybe I'm waiting on a retest. Or maybe I want to get in. But it also has, yeah, it might need to come down because there's a fair value gap. So, yeah, I'm about to mark this right now. There's a fair value gap right here. I need price to tap back in here before I get, I mean, I don't know if it's going to drop $20 just to come down and retest. I got in on that. Yeah, man, that was the place to get in. I don't know why I marked it. I think we kind of already got, I think that was as low as it was going to go. At 28, 13, oh, yeah, no, 132 on the daily. Out of there. I don't even know if you just get in on the continuation play, but I don't personally like to do it like that. I need like a pullback to a certain level or something. Damn. This stock just bananas. How extended are we on the... Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'll just watch this for a pullback. But I've been hearing about this stock a lot lately, so it might even just boom, 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 keep going. I mean, you never know what a stock wants to do. You just let it show you. But I'll try to wait for a pullback or like a swing low to be created. Can you do QUBT? Oh, it looks like it's about to break all-time highs. Damn, it looked like 3 days ago was the entry. Well, Friday was the entry. Wait, y'all can't see. Because you see how... Is this a quantum? Yep, quantum computing. Yeah, these stocks been running. You see how on the first, what was that? The first was... So this was Friday, Wednesday. You see how... Well, actually, it was a 3 candle, but still, see how this low was created? And this is the confirmed swing low. But it's also a 3 candle. It took out, so it's not, it took out the high and the low of this candle. This candle did. But technically, if this was the swing low, and this confirmed it, your entry was the break of this, but... And that's what I was meaning when I was just talking about, was it SoFi? The one where I said, wait till the end of the day and make sure it's going to be a confirmed swing low and get in and take advantage of that night swing. This is the type of stuff I'll be talking about, because if it does that, so on Thursday, if people were anticipating this candle, confirming this to be the swing low, on Thursday, right before the market closed, a lot of people probably got in this stock. And then you wake up the next morning, you have a gap up and a major move. Because quantum has been moving a lot anyways, and everybody was just kind of waiting on this pullback. Like, it ran a lot, so you get this pullback to the 21-day moving average. That's your first confluence. You get this swing low. That's your second confluence. So they're at the end of the day, people are probably in this stock, and then they wake up And what do you know? You have this big old nice move. So that's what I meant off of SoFi. Now, it doesn't mean that that will happen, but typically, you know, it can do that. So yeah, that's what I was saying off of SoFi. You want to see on Monday if this next candle confirms this to be a swing low. And this probably was even a better, this might even be better than the quantum, because this is not a 3 candle. This is just a 2 down. So it would definitely be a swing low without, it doesn't take, well, the other one was better because it takes out the liquidity on both sides. But anyways, so yeah, we'll see how that closes at the end of the day. And then maybe on Tuesday, possibly get a gap up, or you just have to see. Someone said LAC, what is that? Yo, man, we needed to be in over here. 2 candle pullback after this gap up. See, that's what I mean by these 2 candle pullbacks. If you're watching my TikTok, or I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna have to put my thing, but I did a lot of videos on these 2 candle pullbacks last week, and I took a lot of my entries for my watch list of last week on these 2 candle pullbacks, and I think almost every stock from last week hit. I'm gonna have to link my Instagram on here, because that's where, when I'm actively trading, I'm sharing updates to my story and stuff. But anyways, yeah, you had this 2 candle pullback, and even here, when this closed, people probably got in and boom. But what is the hype about this one? Ooh. Oh, and then the thing about this stock, though, is just getting started, because it literally, I mean, oh, yeah. Do you see all this tight action? Whatever this stock is, I'm going to have to read up on it. Let's see why. I mean, from 2023, so for 2 years, this stock has been basing. The longer that it bases, the higher the move. So this is even something I'll watch, even though we had these big moves, just still off of how it's been consolidating, like basing off for 4 years. Oh yeah. And then it's clearing all these moving averages. It's definitely going to try to make its way up to this, what is this, like 21? Because that's like your next resistance up there. You see, all this is smooth selling. It's going to try to shoot past all that. I think I'm going to watch this and try to get like a retest of this 50-day moving average. Make sure it wants to hold. Let me see something. Yeah, I think just some kind of pullback will be good on this. Let's see what it's doing. That stock's crazy. What do they do? Oh, yeah, and it's running like a $9. A dollar move on this is good. Shoot. Oh, it already moved $1 in one. Well, yeah. I'll watch this. I bet you it's a lot of people in these. Oh, Lord. What's going on? 42,000 people got in on Friday. 42,000 people well, I'm not going to say got in. 42,000 traded. So it could be some of this number getting out as well as other people get in. But it's double this. So we do know, even if 27,000 people got out, you have what, like 12, 15,000 that got in. I don't know how to do math, so. See, even on this one, it's double. And these are the contracts you want to get in when the volume is double from the open interest. so I really like that. I'm gonna have to check this out and see what they're doing. Oh, U.S. to take equity stake in lithium and its Nevada mining project. The government's getting in, that's why. Oh no. Stock surge after DOE loan agreement advances. Okay. The company. Okay. This might be something to watch. Put that on the watch list. TN. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. What's going on here? How to make money from tax loss selling between now and the end of the year. Tandem Diabetes Care to announce third quarter. Oh, so it's a health stock. Oh, health. You know what? I'm glad you did that because I was supposed to put CVS on my watch list because I needed some healthcare exposure. Healthcare sector did really good. So that's... I'm trying to see what this does. Again, I would need to see a pullback. You have your swing low, your latest swing low, all the way down at $11. If you took it at the break of this. On the daily, it just filled the gap. But that was the level to get over. Now, this candle close, it might go one more day up because I ain't gonna say one more day up, but this is gonna be a fair value gap. But we have to see what happens on Monday so that I can draw my little box. I don't know if you guys know how fair value gaps work, but it's when there's no wicks between, when it closes over a major level and there's no wicks, it's a 3 candle setup. So it'll be this one, and then we need that next one tomorrow. And you draw your fair value gap. And then moving forward, you wait for price to kind of tap in that box and get above. And that's where your entry could be. So that first time that it taps in there, you got to make sure it holds. So I'll be watching for that. Okay, does anyone have any more? Let me just look at CVS real quick. I think it was CVS that I liked. I need healthcare exposure next. Oh, yep, it was CVS because I had this strong. Just really quickly, on the monthly, I had this trend line on CVS. We rejected it a few times up here. It looks like we're going for it again. We may get a breakout or a rejection. Hopefully a breakout because I want to play that. Yeah, so I'll just be watching CVS. I don't think my entry off this 4-hour 3-1, the break of that 78.28. 78.28, and then $80. Yeah, but definitely if you have a favorite healthcare stock that you like to trade, definitely put those on your watch list next week for healthcare. So break of 78.28, and then we go for $80, and then 83, and maybe we get a break of that trend line. Yep. All right, so I'm going to end that there. once this downloads, I'm going to upload this video onto my YouTube, but I'll also be doing some videos throughout the week. So happy trading. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all stuck with me for like 2 hours. Thank y'all. And yeah, we're back at it next Sunday. Have a good night too.